So there's every prayer and every reasonable fact that Biafrans will continue to be ahead of their enemies. It doesn't matter how far they try to, embrace this one very mission. But I must say it peacefully without disclosure that the gospel truth that which we preach is becoming more sufficient in the fight of freedom. And that's where the journey begins from. Ajeti Yoruba. A word is enough for the wise, but only the wise will smell that which is of their fathers and call it what abomination. Let me speak before you crucify me. Let me read what Simon Ebba said. He said, ask the corrupt Vanguard News media if there was anything called autopilot in the agreement between the Biafran government and Moran Global Strategies. This is the reason no foreign country takes their report seriously. You saw Biafra government and you are reporting autopilot just to justify that you are supporting the Nigerian government. Anyway, continue writing. See, I must say this thing peacefully, without discrimination, that we are now close to achieving so much victory that even our enemies can no longer understand the route we take. There's every route for every man, and any decision you make will always backfire in the right way. So listen and listen attentively. It's of a big culture that when we are looking at ourselves in the mirror, we understood the fact that was being thrown to us. One may say, what are they doing? Others may say, what have they done? But truth be told, we have been in this circumference of achieving so much that we don't even know when the haters began to spread this message of lies, hopelessness, whatever the case may be. This is the victory we all wanted to achieve. A very, very supernatural victory. And the international government can now see from their own ends that the zoo, which have been trying to play pranks on themselves, has nothing to offer anymore but words of exhortation. That is why I keep telling Biafrans that this is the time for victory. You no longer take them serious, all their reports, everything they said, their lies, whatever. You don't take them serious. One thing is very certain, that we are now victoriously marching towards that point where we can now call ourselves victories. And by so doing, I would understand that our mission to push toward Biafra to the 8th final bus stop must not be seen as a threat, whatever the case may be. That's what makes sense more. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be Biafran against the world. It's already happening. But are we going to sit down and watch them come into our lands the way our forefathers defended our lands? Are we going to sit down and watch them put it down? Not possible. Finland camera had just captured the zoo terrorist that has been sent again to arrest Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Ndị adịla n'ife o. Ndị adịla n'ife, obviously. They want to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. They keep telling them that this thing that you're trying to risk it all for you. And that's just the truth. But they feel that they have something to, to say, they have something in common, they have something to keep sharing to the public. But here's the big deal here. You see, I will definitely not allow words to come into my mouth, because one thing is that the zoo would think that Finland is Kenya, so they can easily invade any territory they want to invade. But the truth will always be the truth, no matter how you want to twist it. The truth will always be the truth. And that's where the case gets better. That's where the case gets bigger. You see, don't be deceived by what you see today, because eventually everything we have ever prayed for is coming to pass like a wildfire. That's why I must always say this. The Biafran restoration has become one of the most consistent words of freedom. Looking at how time flies, looking at how things goes, looking at the positioning of our field and the things we should consider whenever we are riding for freedom. I must say it without twisting these narratives in any form, because progress is being registered on a daily basis, and that's what truly makes sense to us. So coming into Finland and trying to kidnap a man who has done nothing wrong but fight for his people, fight for a nation that has been abandoned for years, fight for a generation that has been seeking for justice, to be very stupidious to continue in that path, which has no end to their misery. We must engage ourselves properly, that eyes may see and ears may hear that the goodness of the Lord is all we seek. Sometimes it looks as if it's not possible to keep chasing, but I can tell you for free that chasing this freedom is the only option we have. And we're going to chase it to the very end. But each and every one of them should get ready. Because as long as I'm concerned,